Hello everybody, this is Luba Love and I'm here from Parenting Outside the Box. And today we're going to be talking about how to get your baby ready for sleep. And that includes one of my favorite topics, which is elimination communication, also known as EC. So a lot of my friends ask me about this, a lot of my followers ask me about this. They're like, wow, I've seen it once or twice maybe, or I've heard about it, and a lot of people don't even know what it is. So let's start with, what does elimination communication actually mean to me? To me, it is not diaper-free time. It's not potty training. It's giving my baby an opportunity to go on the potty, and it's looking for their signs and signals, body language, eyes, little pouts, cries, whatever it is, that hint me that they need to go to the bathroom, and then offering that for them on a potty or in the sink. Sometimes I used to do it on the toilet, under a tree, whatever that looks like. So it's been an amazing process that I've practiced with both my children, actually, and it really goes hand in hand with sleep training for me and sleeping in general, because I find that when a baby is happy, meaning that there's no bowel movements, they don't need to pee, everything's taken care of in that way, that they are much calmer, and so they can sleep so much better too. So today I've decided to do my live from my nursing chair, which I love so much, and I honestly recommend every single mother to have a spot that's really set up for nursing, and for me for elimination communication as well, because I do those things together sometimes depending on my baby's needs. So here we are, my lovely chair. This was a present actually from my husband from when I got pregnant the first time. He asked me, what would you like? And I said, you know what? All I really want is a really nice place to nurse. And so he gave me this amazing rocking chair. So here we are. So I have some essentials here. So first of all, you can see the potty. I really like having the shelf here because I can put the potty here. I've got the binky there if I need it. I've got the haka, which is also amazing. I use that a lot, and I will talk about it in this video. I've got my water, a nightlight, a little cloth for any spit up that comes up or anything like that. I like having my bobby pin, an extra pillow, and a towel, which is I'm going to use when I use the potty. So this is my baby, because my real baby is sleeping right now, and I wanted to show you what I do. So right before bed, I always offer the potty, and that way that they can go ahead and feel comfortable when they're sleeping. So what I do is I first put the towel down, okay, then I bring the potty, put it over here, I put the baby on the potty. Aw, sweet little baby. And then I like to actually cover them up with a towel as well, because sometimes I've been peed on too many times, so I've learned to always use a towel now, so that way that golden love doesn't shower me and goes into the potty where we want it to go. I like the bobby pin because it can help me get a position that I like. It's easy to move. Sometimes I put it down to support my baby a little bit more and kind of put it in this kind of position. Depending on if they're nursing well, I'll let them nurse and go on the potty at the same time. Sometimes it doesn't work for the baby and they're just like losing it, and so at that point I try to like change it up to see if it's because they want to go to sleep, they want to get off the potty, they want to go to sleep, or whether sometimes it's because they have a poo coming and it's uncomfortable for them. The way that I see my baby is really like going through birth with their poops. It's amazing. It goes through different waves, and it's like really interesting to watch, you know. So it's like they calm down, and then all of a sudden it peaks up, and they get really like intense, and then it goes down again. So I see them riding these waves when it comes to pooping and peeing, actually. So that's an interesting fact that I've kind of noticed. Oh, my baby needs to go. You know, he's kicking his legs, he's arching his back, he's like doing a lot of sound, sometimes crying. To me, that means they have to go. So anyway, so I hold my baby, they're nursing, they've pooped and peed, great. I have a little cloth here, I don't have it right now because I just use it, but I take the cloth, it's wet cloth, so I do all the wiping, da-da-da-da-da. Great. I put the potty down, make sure it does not fall. This time, usually actually, the other thing that I wanted to note is that a lot of times with my downfall milk, I'll either have like a catcher, like so it will not go everywhere, or I actually put this on my boob like this, inside my bra, and it holds it there in case it gets kicked or something, it's not going to spill all over you. So like having my bra on and then having my nursing lube out. And that way I have this lovely milk to save for later, for the bottle, for when my husband feeds him at nighttime. And that is my demonstration here, of how we go about then, getting up really carefully. I have my baby here, I put everything away, and then I can stand up and bring my baby down. Thanks, baby. So yeah, so that's how I do it. And then once they've eliminated, they are so much calmer. They've nursed, so they're ready to go. I bring them to their room after I put on their pajamas, of course. I like to have a dark room, but not blacked out. I used to have like a really blacked out room for Maya, and it kind of... it worked well at first and was great for training, but then it became a really big headache because all of a sudden we had to like always think about, oh, how do we black out the room? We'd go traveling and it was so messy trying to figure out how to do this through curtains and blankets and towels. And so with this one, I've decided no more blacking out. I mean, I close the curtains so it's not so bright, but I'm not so intense about making sure that the room is completely dark. I like to have background noise sometimes. It really just depends. If he's going down easy, then, the less intervention, as I said before in my videos, the better. If he can go down without any blackouts, great. If he can go down without any background noise, great. The less you can do to put him down, the better, And yes, I can put him down in a hammock and I can swing him to sleep for sure. That usually works. If he's tired and, he's resisting every other way, he'll usually fall asleep in the hammock or the car seat, something like that, or in the stroller. But the only thing with that is that they don't tend to connect their sleep cycles very well on their own, unless you're still doing that activity when they wake up, which is a sleep cycle for a baby is 25 minutes or 45 minutes. And if they connect their sleep cycle while you're still doing the activity, then that's great. You've got another one coming up. But if they don't, which is usually the case because, I've either stopped driving or I've stopped swinging them or, whatever it is, stop strolling them, then they don't tend to actually go ahead and connect. And they sometimes actually freak out a little bit because they're like, where am I? What am I doing here? I'm not used to this, right? So it's nice to have like a place that they associate with sleep. So I do have a room for my baby and it's all set up in there, nice and safe. It's a big bed because I like to actually, when I put down my baby, I like to lie down with him for a moment and actually I do the Reiki signs on him while I'm just lying down with him. And that's kind of like how I keep track of timing as well. So I do some Reiki on him energetically and hold his binky in, get him in a position that he's comfortable until he's really relaxed, and then I go, and he falls asleep on his own. And that means that when he wakes up for his, in between his sleep cycles, he has a much better chance of connecting. So for example, I'll give you 2 different days. So yesterday I had a crazy day where I wanted to go and spend time with my friends and, do all the things. So that was super fun. My husband, though, was the one who was putting him down to sleep. So he rocked him in the hammock for the first nap. The second and third nap were quite challenging just because the binky kept falling out, which I'm still dealing with. That's kind of like next on the list is what do we do about the binky, which I'm trying to eliminate slowly, but he loves his binky. He loves sucking something to go to sleep. So it's a process. It's going to take some time. But yeah, so it kept on falling out and falling out. So I kept on trying to put it back in. And that took a little while for him to go to sleep. And he was kind of miserable with all that. So he actually didn't connect any of the sleep cycles. So that was for the next 2 naps. And then late at night, maybe around 5 o'clock, he fell asleep again in the hammock. That was a little bit of an accident. I just needed to put him down for a moment to do something. And I came back and he was asleep. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just roll with this. So he did take 4 naps yesterday. But the day before, for example, when we were really on with the sleep training, his schedule was lining up, his body was ready, he was pooped, he was peed, he was nursed. When I put him down to sleep for his first nap, he slept for 2 hours. Then he was awake for 2.5 hours or so, and then he slept for another 2 hours. So we actually only had 2 naps that day. And that was magical and glorious because I prefer those days where the breaks are longer. I feel like he gets better rest and there's less resistance. And right now, luckily enough, the reason I'm doing this live is because he's sleeping. Yay, sleeping baby. And it was super easy. We had a glorious night as well, so that really makes a difference. He only nursed 3 times in the night. So the first time was at 10 o'clock at night, and I was still awake, so I was coming to bed. It was nice and easy. Put him on the potty, gave him boob. It only took a couple minutes, put him back to sleep, put his binky in, and down he went, no crying, nothing. And then the next time he woke up was like at 3:15 or something. Same experience. And then the next time was like at 7:40. So it was glorious. We both feel rested. I'm probably going to do some yoga with him later on today. And yeah, just feeling good about it all. And what I'm noticing as he gets more comfortable with the sleep training and developing his own self-soothing skills, he's sleeping for longer, connecting more naps, and just a lot more rested. So that's amazing. And from my experience, they also become a lot more adventurous. They have the energy. Their brain is developing so much better when they're sleeping well. And in general, they're just getting stronger and better at taking care of themselves and being able to be more independent, which is amazing. I mean, we want all our children to be independent at some point, right? So I'm the kind of parent that I want to take a look at how I want my kids to actually develop and offer them that from day one, as soon as I can. That's what I did with elimination communication. I'm like, the goal is to go in the potty. Okay, so why don't we introduce the potty right away? So it's not something that first I tell them go in a diaper, and then I'm like, no, never mind. Now go in the potty and let's potty train, right? So I just skip that step. And I'm not like crazy about it or too intense about it. I offer the potty a few times a day. So before and after naps and sleep cycles is usually when I'll do it. And in between, I just like change diapers, as needed. If he's really grumpy and it's not sleeping time, then I know that something's up. So that's when I go ahead and I change the diaper instead of like going for a full-on elimination communication. So yeah, so that's been my story with elimination communication, and I'm so glad that I did it from birth. I'm so glad that my 3-month-old baby, 3-month baby, not year old, knows how to go in a potty. And I wanted to share with you guys my potty a little bit closer. So this is the potty that I like to use, and it is actually an insert from Biaba. So that's what it says on the front anyway. So I like this one because you can see it's got like nice grooves in it and stuff, so it actually kind of sits really nicely on me. And so I can put the baby down and he's nice and comfortable. And like I said, I've got all the pillows and everything to support him. So it's not like really challenging for him to sit there. But, babies are babies and they get challenged and they want to switch positions. So I try to obviously really listen to him. The whole point is listening to him and his needs. So if he is squirming and like really resisting it, then like it's not for the potty, even if he poops in his diaper. As long as he's happier doing that, I'm happy to clean it up, obviously. Most of the time, he'd way rather go in the potty. And it feels like he's saving himself now to go into the potty instead of in his diaper, which is amazing at 3 months. Yep. And he's also like getting a routine. Like today, first thing in the morning, he had a big poop, and so I can expect that. I can expect usually if he needs to poop, first thing in the morning is a great chance it will happen then, or after naps. But anyway, so that's my day. I'm going to keep on offering the potty. I'm going to keep on offering the boobie. And I'm going to keep on sleep training my little babe. And I'm hoping we're going to have another 2-nap day, long naps, and a really, really restful night. So I hope you enjoyed this live. I hope this answered some of your questions about elimination communication. If you missed out on the beginning, please go ahead and tune back in and watch the beginning as we explore all the questions or some of the questions that my friends have been asking me about elimination communication and how that serves the baby in their sleep and how those two are connected. So that's it for now. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I hope you start exploring the potty. It's really not as scary as you think, and just try it. The easiest time to try it is when a baby just wakes up. Offer them a little pee over the potty, over the sink, over the bathtub, whatever is easy for you, and you'll be surprised at how often they'll go. And just start exploring. Watch your children and see if you can tell when they're pooping and peeing, and see if you can tell them that they're doing it by having some sort of signal with them. So for example, I go when he's pooping and peeing, or this is the international sign signal for pottying as well, elimination. So, you can do a couple things. He's actually, weirdly enough, at 3 months, he's already starting to do the at me to tell me he needs to go. It's completely amazing. So, babies are so surprising. They are built and made to be able to eliminate well, to be able to sleep well, to be able to latch and, enjoy themselves. And the way that you can help them do that is by creating the time to develop those skills. And really, I'm emphasizing an amazing birth. If you can have an amazing birth, like really do all your work to be able to get there. Because having a happy, healthy birth is the best start to a happy and healthy life. So we'll be talking more about birth and pregnancy soon. And I'm so excited to be sharing all this information with you. Please hit me up with any questions. You can leave them as comments or you can message me. And I am also offering free connection calls for anyone who would like more information and would like me to work with them one-on-one. It's for conception, pregnancy, birth, parenting, and life support. So let me know how you're enjoying these lives. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks very much, and thanks for tuning in. Ciao, ciao.